Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a how to play and playthrough of Firefighters on Duty by RTPA Games. This is for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. It's for ages 14 and up. Now that's for regulation purposes. You can play with younger people. So this is a real-time strategy game where, depending on the scenario, you have to complete a certain objective after so many rounds. We're going to play Subway Sparks, which is in the 2-player scenario booklet. And here it says electrical arcing from a downed train caused fires in the tunnels and sparked panic above ground. How do we win? Extinguish all fires before the end of round 6. And we have 3 scenario points which you can lose during the game. Now this is a 1 out of 5 stars, meaning this is the easier one. Now there is a 3-player and 4-player scenario booklet, so make sure you're looking at the correct one. So when you're setting it up, you'll see that there is a map here of how to orientate the tiles correctly. So the C has to be orientated this way, right here, like this. It's gray, but it shows here on the white side. Now the firehouses don't have to be pointed in the direction it shows on the map. You can rotate it that way to save table space. So if you look on the map here, it shows you where different things go, but they include a nice chart because it can be difficult to see. For instance, that you see those 2 gray meeples there, those are injured civilians. It might be difficult to see. So what you do is you look on this chart and it tells you where things are placed based on the city tile letter and the number. So for instance, you get 2 fires and a smoke hazard on tile B in the location 5 here. So there's numbers right here. And so so we have 2 fires, smoke. We have a fire here and an explosion hazard or explosive material hazard. 2 fire, explosion, material hazard, 1 fire, and a distress call, which you have to answer by turn 4. Otherwise it gets worse. And remember, we're only playing 6 rounds. You have some debris here, and we put our debris on the stand here. It does not come with the game because it can be difficult to see it. It can get lost on the board here, so that's why we did that. And there are 2 civilians here, 1 injured, 2 fires, a electrical hazard, which you have to turn off the electricity before you can put out the fire. There's a fire on the road here. There's an injured person here, which is not shown on the map. So there's an error here in the first scenario. It does not show an injured person here, but it does tell you here that you put 1 there. And then you have another distress call here, which you got to complete by turn 5. Otherwise it gets worse. And then you'll see here on the bottom of the map, it shows the hospital. Well, the hospital's over here, and it shows what round it is, round 1. And we put our 3 scenario points here. We have the rescue vehicle here because it can't fit on camera. So we just know that this is where the rescue vehicle has to go and drive off like that. Now we also have 2 fire hydrants, which you fill up with water. It does not matter which side you put the dice on because you'll be rolling these. It doesn't matter what they start at. Now we have our firehouses here. In a 3 or 4 player game, multiple players might be at the same firehouse. We divide up the firefighters. We each have 4 hoses and 2 axes on each firehouse. You start your fire engine that matches your fire truck with 12 water. And based on the color of your fire truck, you get a fire axe, an electrical shutoff card. And here is these vehicles any player can move. We have the rescue vehicle here where you can put injured people or civilians. And you have the water truck, which I'm starting at here. So a quick rule, normally trucks cannot share the same space. Vehicles cannot, except at the firehouses they can. So that's setup. We have extra stuff over. Oh, forgot. So the scenario has a random hazard card that you place, and you place 1 randomly, and we get a 2 smoke there, which is to our advantage because there's no fire there yet. Now, if fire does come there, it becomes more difficult to put out. Which you look here, these fire you need a 4 plus, but with the smoke there, you add to it. So we need 6 on a 6-sided die to put that fire out. Now, after the first turn, it goes down to 1, and then on the 3rd turn, it'll be its normal number here, which is 4. So right now, though, it's a 2, so it's harder to put that one out because of thick smoke. Okay, so let's talk about the actions. So that's setup. So the actions, you have the start of the round. from the previous round, you turn any active fires to active side, and you fill any fire hydrants that have been used with water. Then we do the action phase. We'll be rolling our dice over a 2-minute turn as fast as we can and using the actions as often as we can. So you can move your own fire truck when you roll the red vehicle side, or you can move one of the community vehicles. So Julie can move the water vehicle or the rescue vehicle, and I could do the same. But I cannot move Julie's fire truck if I roll a vehicle die. I can only move my fire truck. Water, you can add water to your tank here. Oops. And why do you want water here? Because you can bring your fire truck back to fill it up with water. That's a free action. Or you can fill up the water truck here and bring the water truck adjacent to another fire truck, say I'm right here, and fill up the fire truck for a free action. So you'll be seeing us putting cubes into our water tank, water dice into our water tank. Gear, you need to roll a gear in order to use an axe to turn off the electricity here, or to put it on your fire truck to put out a fire. So let's explain that right now. If I have my fire truck here, I would have to, you can unload, your free action is unloading. Well, first off, before we even start, we're going to have to load up our fire trucks, and then we'll start rolling our dice. And then I can unload them for free, right here, that's a free action. So unloading and picking up firefighters is free. And then I'm going to have to move them in here, so I have to roll as fast as I can. So I got a gear, which is nice if I want to keep it, but I want to move my fire. So here we go. I can move both of them into here. Okay. And then I can start moving up another vehicle if I want to, but I'm just trying to get, so let's say I get another fireman. Now I'm in there. I have to turn off the electricity first, so I have to get 2 gear. So you can assign a die. I got lucky. But say I only rolled 1. I can assign it and then keep on rolling until I get a second one, and that's a free action. Now electricity's off. Now I pick up my dice. In order to put out this fire, I have to get a gear for the fire truck. Now I can use these dice somewhere else, but right now I'm showing you how it works. So I rolled that, I assign the gear. Now I can use any amount of water dice for my water truck, for my fire truck to put it out. I only need 3s or higher. Now I'm going to pick up 3 because I don't want to keep on reaching back and forth while the timer's going on. And I got a 5 and a 4, so I did it. The fire is out. But notice I had to first turn off the electricity. Well, first I had to unload my firefighters, roll firefighter action on the die, move them in there, daisy chain them, and have them connected to my fire truck. Now, if Julia was here, firefighters, or anybody can use them, but in order for her to put out the fire, she has to be adjacent to the firefighter. She cannot use my fire truck. So another thing you can do, you can move into a space and move a injured civilian into the road. Why do you want to do that? Because that's the only spot they can be picked up by the rescue vehicle. The firefighter does not have to be there to load them into the vehicle. The vehicle, they can load them into the vehicle for free. Now, by the way, I can't have the fire truck there. I'd have to have the fire truck out of the way. I'd have to move it out of the way and bring the truck up here. And then if the injured person's in the road, you can load it into the rescue vehicle. You don't have to load up with 2 people. You can move it back to the hospital without having 2 in the truck. So keep in mind that a firefighter cannot move with both an injured person and a piece of equipment. So I'd have to decide if I move in here, I have to keep that equipment there, which it could be destroyed in a fire. Same with civilians, you have to move them with firefighters into the road. Debris though, there's a special rule with debris. This is why we have fire axes. You have to, in order to move out of a location with debris, you have to use a fire axe, get a gear symbol, and then roll the green die and get a 4 or higher to remove the debris. And then you can move out. So the danger is if you move into a debris, because you could move in there and battle the fire, but you can't move out if you don't have somebody with a fire axe. So that we've done that one game where we had firefighters trapped in the spot to put out the fire, but then we had to bring up another firefighter with an axe to get them out because you were trapped by the debris. So those are the basic things we're going to be doing. is, oh, and one more thing is if you get a fire truck into a road with fire, you still have to get a gear symbol on the fire truck, and then any fire on the road, you got to get a 3 or higher. Fire will not spread. You only can have up to 1 fire on a road, and fire will not spread from blocks into the road. So this starts there. All right, so let me go a couple other things here. So we'll be doing all that over 2 minutes. So when the round is over, you do the fire phase. And we do all those steps there. So what happens during the fire phase? Let me get to that spot here because we'll be going through it step by step. First thing you do, this is how you can lose the game. If there's a fire with an injured person, the game's over. They died. If there's a fire with a civilian, they become injured. If there's a fire in a space with a vehicle, the truck takes damage, and you put a fire on the truck to show that. If it takes a second damage, the game's over. If there's a fire with equipment, it's destroyed. Put it back on the firehouse. Oh, by the way, if there's a fire with a firefighter, it doesn't matter that they have a hose there. They get injured, and they go back to the firehouse. And you just get another firefighter later, but then you got to go back and get them or have them run down the road. Okay, here you have, if you have a spot with 4 fires, the block is destroyed, and you lose a scenario point. If you lose all your scenario points, game over. Then you do the hazards. There's a fire with an explosive substance. Fire spreads to 3 adjacent locations that have the highest numbers. It does not spread diagonally. Compressed gas, you basically add 3 fires. Thick smoke, you deal with that when you're putting out fires, but it does move down from a 2 to a 1 and from 1 to a 0. So thick smoke won't last forever. High voltage, it stays there until the electricity is turned off. Step 7. If you have a firefighter there, it doesn't matter if they have equipment, you respond to the call. The distress call, if you're there early, is green. So here you're just adding a debris and an injured person. But if you're on time, you're adding a second injured person, which means you got to take more actions to move them out into the road. And then it takes more rescue vehicle moves to get them back to the hospital. If you don't get all the injured people back to the hospital by turn 6, you lose scenario points. Here, if you're late, not only do you have a debris, 2 injured person, now you have a fire. So you got to put out the fire first, hope you have a guy with an axe there. So basically, you might be losing if you get to that.
Yes.
Now, if there's 3 fires there, you pick an event. Green is residential, yellows are structures that are weak, and red is industrial. So if you do the green one, for instance, you're basically adding, it's not as bad, but you might have injured people. Whereas yellow, you see here, you're adding debris because it's a weak structure, maybe even fire. And then here on red, it's just bad all around. You roll die 6 and fire could be spreading in different places. So you want to get to those distress calls early if you can, and then try to prevent 3 fires from happening in a location and drawing events. So that's step 8. Step 9, now you add fire to places that have active fire. And it's important that you lay it down on its side, because fire will not grow into a space that has an inactive fire, because then you're going to do fire spread. And you'll look at adjacent blocks that aren't diagonal. If there's a firefighter in that adjacent block, it's harder for the fire to spread. It only spread on a 5 or a 6. That's if you're playing the easy mode, which is what we're doing. If you don't have a firefighter in that adjacent block, it will spread on a 4, 5, or 6. So let me explain. Let's say we have a firefighter here. First off, you would add an inactive fire there. The spread's there first, and now we look for spread here, here, and here. We don't spread into roads or into diagonal spots. So you would roll a die here. So because there's no firefighter here, it spreads on a 4, 5, or 6. It did, and that's bad because if we don't put out the fire, or get the guy into the road, we'll lose. Here, gosh, I'm rolling bad. And then here, though, it only needs to be a 5 or a 6. And see, it was good that I had a firefighter there because it would have spread on a 3. So the firefighter did prevent it from spreading. Now, let's say there was a fire here. you don't roll to spreading into a spot that has an inactive fire. So in other words, the game's not going to punish you harder if there's already an inactive fire there. And then that's the end of the round. So let's start.
Does this have 2 fires here? Because you were adding stuff. I just want to make sure.
Yes, it does have 2 fires.
Okay, no people are there.
No people are there.
And this firefighter is yours?
Yeah, I got to put back.
So the only people we have are these 4 here and this guy down here.
Correct.
Okay.
So Julie's making sure, because I was showing stuff, and again, you can look at your chart there. You should always check your chart. See, 5 injured and 2 civilians.
All right.
1 debris.
Now, what's going to be your plan of action?
Okay, so that's what you do in between turns. You need to go out here and put this out and put that out. I'm going to come up here and help you and try to get these injured people out of the way.
So I get rid of this first.
Well, so Julie, you're gonna move your. Well, first of all, you're gonna load your fires and your equipment.
Yep.
Probably take hoses. When you get here, you gotta put a gear on your truck. Mm-hmm. And then once your gear's on the truck, you can fight that fire, and then you get it through your hire.
Right.
I mean, you can go past it if you want to, but.
Nah, I'll kill it. I should maybe rescue that guy on my way up too. Get him in the road at least.
You won't have time. Remember, this is going to explode.
Okay.
It's going to spread fire. We've got to get to these first. So, there we go. There's our plan
of action. So no
axes,
just hoses.
Yeah, I would not do hoses. Okay. You could start.
Axes. Just do hoses.
Just hoses, correct.
Okay.
So let me get the timer ready here. And when we roll water, you put it into the tank. I'm the only one that can put water on the water truck if I decide to do that.
Yeah, I can't be trusted with that.
Yeah, we played a game where Julie put water on the water truck, and
I put water everywhere.
The water truck's over here. She can't do it.
I put water everywhere.
Well, let's put it this way. I guess you could load water from my tank into the water truck, but you were loading your water into the water truck. Okay, so anyway, here we go. So we're going to do the timer for 2 minutes. Ready, go. Well, we got to load up our truck. So the timer's going off. Okay. And I'm going to start moving an extra firefighter out. He's going to run down the road. I got to put a water there. Truck. Remember, trucks cannot occupy the same space. I got 2 gears. I don't need that. Now I'll start moving. I'm unloading my guys for free. That's a free action. I'll start moving him. Guys, I'm getting trucks. I don't want trucks. I want firefighters. Come on. Okay, this guy goes here. I think I'll move the civilian out. I'll move him back in.
Okay, unload my people.
I will take, yeah. Okay, he'll move into here. I'll move this guy here. I got to get a gear, which I rolled.
And
I'm rolling 2 dice. Okay, I put out that fire.
I got 1 fire.
Okay, now I'm going to move my guys in different spots.
I'll roll again.
Well, you know what? I'm connected to you if I had to.
Okay, I got that fire.
Okay, you got to get a guy over there quickly.
Okay, I'm hurrying. Okay, I got 1. Got 2 in there now.
You got to go here. That's where you got to go. Now you got to put out the fire. You already have. You got to get a gear.
I have to get a gear. I got a gear. Okay. Fire's gone.
Okay, now start. Okay, that's it. I was trying to get that guy into the road. I should have moved the guy for you, but that's what you had to do. Okay. So you can see how busy it gets. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. You might notice make mistakes. Go ahead and point it out in the time code. That's fine. It's easy to make mistakes in this game when you don't follow procedures. Not because you don't mean to, it's because you get all excited from being rushed. All right, so now we're going to go step by step. At least we put out those fires there. I do have a guy in the road here, and here's the rescue vehicle here. Okay. Did you put any water in your tank? Yeah, I did too, but I could have put more. Okay, casualties. Do we have any fires where there are injured people? No. Any fires where there are firefighters or civilians? No. Any fire where there is a vehicle? Yeah, you got the guy coming with the axe down the road. Destroyed equipment. Any fires where there's equipment? No. Okay, burn blocks. Do we have a place where there's 4 fires? No. Okay, trigger. So here, we put out the fires where there was explosive substances. The explosive substance still stays there. We just put out the fire. Now we put the smoke down to a 1. So this will be easier to fight. Okay, step 7. That just stays there. This tells us we have to turn off the electricity. Distress calls. We do have a firefighter here. So here we go. Doesn't matter if they have an axe, a hose, or they're just there with themselves. Okay, here we go. Fast. Add 1 to this block. Okay, that's okay. We'll be able to put it out. And when you add it, it's inactive. That matters. So this comes off, and this goes underneath here. The 5, nobody's there where the 5 is. Although I could have moved the guy in there. Okay, any box with 3 fires? No. But now we add fires. So we got to get to these. Notice we don't add a fire to this inactive fire because it's inactive. You only add fire to where there's inactive fire. Now we look for fire spread. So we look here and here. We don't have a firefighter here, so it's going to spread on a 4, 5, or 6. So you want to roll? Just go here first. Okay, it didn't spread. 4, 5, or 6. Did not spread. We got lucky.
Because I rolled.
Because if the fire spread here and we didn't put it out, we lose a game because you'd have a casualty. Okay, so we go right here. This will spread on a 5 or 6 only. Nope. 4 or 5 or 6. You did get one there. 4, 5, or 6. Okay, it didn't. Notice we don't do the roads. So that's fire spread. And then that's it. Now, in terms of the game ending, if we go to round 6, we put out all the fires, right? But we also have to take a look at other objectives. The scenario point, we lose a scenario point for each injured person that has not been delivered to the hospital. We're on round 1 right now. So we got to get all these injured people to the hospital. Otherwise, we lose a scenario point. And if we lose 3 scenario points, because we only started with 3, we lose the game. Okay,
you need to move the thing down to 2 now.
Yes.
And you need to move your truck out of the way.
Oh, yes, I need to. Well, no, because I'm going to help put out fires.
Okay, how are we going to do this now?
Okay, well, I say we put out the fires and worry about getting injured people out first. I'm going to move I can move this. You should move this guy over here, and help you move a guy over there too. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to bring this guy down. I'm going to get my guy down from the road over here.
All right.
Try to do that. And then you can run this guy up when you ever get a chance. I don't know when you will.
Okay.
But I can move him up too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So basically, we got to move lots of firemen. And we haven't used a lot of our water yet. That's the good thing. So.
I've used more than you have.
Yeah, and I could. How much you have left?
I only have 6 left.
That should be enough to get that out.
Okay.
And I can move this guy here first and put this fire out. He's got to move there anyway.
Okay. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely have to get that out.
Yeah, no.
And we're going to need 5s. So if you do ever have to move back, you can move back here and take this 4 water from the fire hydrant and add it if you have to. And I could also work on getting the water truck out to you. Okay. So let me set the alarm. Your job is to get that out. I'll help move this firefighter there eventually after I put the...
So I have to move this firefighter here, then that firefighter there, and then...
I'll help get this one over there too.
Okay.
But you put this out first. You should do that. I'm going to move this guy.
All right, I'm going to do that first.
Okay. Because all you do is got a gear and then you pick up some of your water.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Set. Go. Truck. Water.
Firefighter.
Well, you got to move. Well, you were supposed to put out this fire. Get a gear.
I just got a gear, hon.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Just got it. Okay, fire's out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start moving the water truck
I'm gonna move
anyway.
this firefighter there.
To fi-
You can move the truck twice if you want.
You have to move it.
Where is it?
Okay, I got a gear. I don't need a gear yet. I need firemen. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself what you're going for. And now I gotta get a gear. Got a gear. I'm putting out this fire.
Do you have a gear? We can put out that fire.
I don't have my truck there, sweetie. You gotta do it.
All right, I'm doing it now. All right, I need to get 5s. I only got 1 fire. I suck.
I don't know what you're doing. With,
Now I have to go back with the truck
I'm
and
getting the truck there now.
Hurry up.
You can move it too, you know. I got it there. Here, you can fill it up. I got to reach for you. You got a gear?
Yes, I still have it. Do I have to re-roll it?
No,
It's from
you don't.
last time.
You
Okay,
don't.
all right. Shoot.
I need this roll a crap load of dice to.
I got 1.
You need to get 5s, you know.
I know, sweetie.
Okay, now I got to put out.
Okay, I got him.
Okay, start working on moving back. I got to turn off the electricity here. Okay, electricity's off. Now I'm putting out. I got to get a gear on the truck. I got to get my guy out. Oh, he's gonna get injured. Damn it! Help me move my guy.
Where is he?
Right here. There you go. Did you roll it? Yeah. Because he would get injured. Wow. Hey, at least we got the fires out there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to roll well here. But at least we did pretty well with regard to that. Did you just roll a bunch of dice? Is that how you did it?
Yes, to try and get those.
Yeah.
So I have 1 dice left.
Well, you got that, and we can get the water truck back.
I'll pick up that water on my way back.
How did this get here?
Because I kept rolling fire trucks. I was moving it away.
Okay, I was just curious.
Because how am I going to get my truck out of there?
Okay, that's fine. All right, so now we go through the...
Sorry, I'm not testy. this is very stressful for me.
Oh, no, the game does stress you out. Get your heart rate up. Okay, so now we're going to go through the steps again. Any fire where there's civilians, where there's an injured person? No. By the way, this was down to a 1 last turn too. I forgot to do it. Any fire where there's a fire, this is why you moved him out. Because he would have been sent back to the... Okay, vehicle damage, nope. Destroyed equipment, nope. Burn blocks, nope. But we trigger hazards, so the smoke is gone. That's why she had to roll so many dice, because she needed 5s. But we're going to do an event there. This is a trouble spot here. So you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to move the truck out of the way and move these firefighters. Or you could start rescuing people and you're going to have to drag them out. Look how far you're going to have to go to get them out into the street. And we're going to... Maybe I'll bring my fire truck into here, and it's going to be hard. Distress call. We're not on turn 5 yet. Okay, but we got an event. And this is a residential. So here we draw. Really. Hopefully we don't roll bad. Now why are we drawing this card? Because there's 3 fires on that block. And that block is green for residential. Roll a die 6. So go ahead and roll. A 3. On a result 1 through 3, add a fire on this block.
Add 3 fire.
Add 3 fire on this block.
That's not good.
Well, at least it is before we calculated a destroyed. So there you go. We're not going to be adding any more fires. That's a good thing, but we're going to have to spend more dice to put it out. So you can't have more than 4 fires on there. It's this phase here that it would have exploded. Burn block. We would have had a burn block if it was already 4 there, but because it's inactive, you don't check until next turn. Okay, now we still have to do fire growth. It's already an inactive fire there, so we don't grow it here, but now we have to see fire spread. So here, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we got a fire there. We got to rescue that guy.
Well, my guy's on his way up.
Okay, roll here. It's only a 5 or 6. See, that was good. You had firefighters there. Here, and it spread there. So that's a problem when you can't take care of it. All right, so now we check. We're going into round 3. The fire hydrants are full. So what we got to do...
I got to move my fire truck over here so I can get rid of that.
And we got to move all these firefighters out.
We have to rescue those people first, too.
No, because there's no fires that are going to come up there. We just got to put out the fire, and then we got plenty of turns to move them.
Okay.
I would... Well, you know what? You're right. I can do... If we sync up here, if you put your guy... Or he doesn't have a hose.
He doesn't have a hose.
Yeah, so you're going to have to move your firefighters there. So you're going to have to get your truck. You can fill up here for free when you come around, and then get here and try to get the firemen back. Or you can load up on the truck and drive with them. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to get this out of the way. I'll send them back, send them to your place.
All right.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. So here we go. And here's what Julie's got going on here. She has one little bit of water left, so she's going to have to use that fire hydrant.
I'm going to get my firefighters on the fire, at least one firefighter on the fire truck.
All right, so we got 2 minutes here. Ready? Go. Move the truck out. Yeah, you got to move it too. We're both reaching for it. Okay, I can start putting out the fire. I got to get a gear though. Okay, I'm going to do 5. I get 3 or higher. I got 2.
He's loaded up.
I'm going to do 4 more. I got 2 more. Now I got to go get, I'll load this up. And because it's still connected, I'm going to do 2 more. I got 1 more there. Do 1 more. Got it. Okay, but we got to get the other ones. I got to get that firefighter into here.
I got the fire.
Okay, if you connect here, you can put this one out too. I'm just going to go back.
Do I have to do another?
Yeah, gear. Yeah, you do. Okay. I'm just going to go back and get more water.
Okay, I got that one. I'm going to rescue that civilian. Do I even need to fill up my water truck? All the fires are gone.
No, you don't. Water.
Actually, I'm going to move this over.
Got him to the street. Gosh darn it, that's my fault. Well, okay. Okay. Somebody fixed up the board. That was me who did that.
I have a lot of water in my thing.
We might need it because we have this distress call to do still. There might be a fire that goes there. So it's not bad. We just got to rescue. So you got, you just left that there?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to rescue. No, you got to get him out of the debris. So you got that guy coming up.
Yeah.
So we got a guy here. This vehicle's good. We're just going to be rolling lots of vehicle stuff.
Well, I can pick up those 2 right now.
Right.
Put them in there, run back, move this guy onto
Right.
the street.
And that's a free action. All right, but anyways, let's go through the actions here. Again, if we made any mistakes, you can point it out. Again, we try our best. Okay, no casualties because all fires are out. It says here, extinguish all fires before the end of round 6.
We did it.
Well, that's the objective, but we haven't rescued everybody yet.
Oh.
So we're using the rest of the actions,
Okay.
the rest of the turns to do that. No injuries because there's no fire, no vehicle damage, no destroyed equipment, no burned blocks, no triggered hazards.
Nothing.
Distress call, we're not on turn 5 yet, so we don't deal with that.
And your guy can get there really quick.
Events, there's not 3 fires, and no fire growth, no fire spread. So we're on turn 4. We fill up. Just fill it up anyways, just in case.
You need to move your firefighter move that guy into there.
Okay, I'll do that. In the meantime, you can load this up for free.
I will.
And you're gonna move it back. You got to go off the board here because
I know.
the hospital is supposed to be there.
And then I'm going to move that guy out to rescue that guy next.
Okay, so let's see how it looks from this angle. So there you go. Gives you something different.
And I have to
look at.
get this guy out on the street too.
Yeah, you got to get that guy.
I got a firefighter right here ready to go.
Well, you got to get him into the street. So
and then I got to get the fire truck, the water truck over to you, don't I?
I don't need water. I'm going back. I'll get my own water when I get there.
So why don't you even worry about this then?
Exactly. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing. We got to get this truck zooming around everywhere. Okay?
I got you. I'm going to load those guys up right now.
Okay, so here we go. Ready? Start. Okay. Move this guy here. You know what? I'll move the firefighters.
You do that.
Yeah, you do that. 2. Yeah, because once they get in the street, you can't move them anymore.
Okay, these two are at the hospital. I'm coming back.
I got 2 as well. I got 2.
I got 1.
Okay, you can load it up for free. I'm trying to get, okay, he got in there. Now I'm going to get that debris out. I can move a firefighter. Do I need to move a firefighter? Yes, I do. I can move this truck with a firefighter here. I need to get a gear. I'll get 2 water. Okay, you'll move into here. And I can move the truck. 2 water. Okay, I gotta get a gear.
Him up.
Come on, give me a gear.
I got a gear, but I can't give it to you.
Use it. You could use it for that. Remember, anybody can use the firefighter. Okay, now I get a 4 higher. All right, I cleared the debris.
Okay.
And now we got to get the truck. Where's my other die?
I don't know. I'm not worried about your die right now. Where are you going?
Oh,
I've already loaded. That's full. I have to get him to the.
Okay. Well, I'll move your truck out of the way.
That's fine.
No, I can't. I can't.
You can't touch my truck.
I'll move my vehicle all the way. And I don't know where it happened. Oh, here it is.
Okay, these 2 are dropped off at the hospital.
Okay. Okay. And by the way, something I didn't mention, when the timer goes off, you are able to use actions left on your dice without fear of pressure. So you can put a water in there if you want.
Sure.
And I was filling up my vehicle when the thing went off. All right. So there we go. There's no debris here, so that's taken care of. We go through all the steps. The only thing we should worry about now, you have this guy.
I just have to get my truck into there so I have room to.
Okay, so we got to deal with a distress call.
Okay.
And it's before, so it's early. So it's green. Add 1 injured to this block. Now look what would happen if we were late. We would lose a scenario point. So that's not bad. Put 1 here. This goes away. So, but we have, this guy can bring him out.
Yeah. And then I
So-
can pick him up while I move this truck into the fire station, and then we can pick that
So
guy
all
up.
we're doing is race around the rescue vehicle. You go boom, boom like this. Now, did you go off the board to
Yes.
drop him off? Okay.
Yes.
So he has to bring him out. He loads it up, and you go into there, and
Yep.
then it races around, picks that guy up, and then that's it. The civilians don't have to be brought back. You just have to clear them debris. Now, let me tell you where it says that. It says that here. Lose 1 scenario point for each civilian remaining on a space with debris. So that's why I cleared the debris. Okay, so now we're on turn 5. And here we go. Ready?
We
Go.
put them on the street yet.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. He blows up for free. And I move it back.
Okay.
Okay, now you can do what you need to do.
Okay, moving my fire truck off.
I move it out. 1, 2. So we can both move the same truck.
I got it.
Load for free. This is an easy scenario, and we're stressed out. All right, that's it. Let's see if there's anything we missed. I think that's it.
I need a nap.
Okay, so that we did win it by the.
Oh my gosh.
I think I changed the time there. It was at. I changed it to 15 minutes by accident, but it showed 13 minutes and 57 seconds. So we did that with 57 seconds to spare. So yeah, you got to be careful and not be like me and change the timer. Oh, here we go, 2 hours and 15 seconds.
I like that.
But I checked it. So that's Firefighters on Duty. That's scenario 1 of easy setting. So
I'm just
there
glad
you
it's over.
Yes. It's hope you enjoyed it. We might have made a mistake. Go ahead and point it out.
Yeah,
That's
please
just the
do.
way, that's just the way
we
the
did
game
our
goes.
best.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, you guys. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.